Find out what's hot and what's not.
We watch your programme every week.
Wakey, wakey. Yes, it's Lisa Nash. And guess what? It's that time again for me to go chat to the faces in the most happening places. Coming up is a logical progression tour date at Leicester University, where the nighttime education comes from LTJ Bukem and Intense. Also, the Iceni, London's Mayfair club with 3 floors of musical mayhem. Insist you're just sport for choice. The Cosmopolitan Show, where Nikki Clark gives me some tips on what I should do with my hair. The weekly dance chart, plus loads of sexy clippets. So keep your eyes peeled, stay awake, sit tight and enjoy.
We're Intense and you're watching CLUBAVISION.
We have been warned to leave stilettos at home, cars in the garage, because we're here to party at Leicester University. The Logical Progression crew present Intense with a live drum and bass experience. The man behind it all, Mr. LTJ Bukem, is joined on the wheels of steel by label stable mates Blame and PhD. And you know what? I bought my dancing shoes. Do you like them? Intense in the house. Hey. Hey. That's a very large gob you have there.
That's what they all say.
Do they now?
Hey.
Right, we've got Bo here, we've got Dan here, and we've got Simon here.
Hello.
You two first got together, didn't you? As a programming duo back in the late 80s, yeah?
Yeah.
Credits, Stone Roses, Cure, Johnny H. Jazz,
Yeah.
But, so where was the progression into drum and bass?
Well, we started originally dance music wise. We started writing house.
Right.
We actually were a remix team, and we were doing remixes for the Thompson Twins.
Right.
And we were going under the name of Feedback Max. And I think when we were doing it, we didn't feel fulfilled doing it at all.
No.
And one day we turned on the radio and we were driving in a car, and a track called We Are E played. And the second I heard it,
We are
E. Second I heard that, I thought, that's what I want to do.
We used to write sort of atmospheric film music. And I think that relates to drum and bass a lot too. So
Yeah.
we wanted, when we heard a lot of drum loops being used in house, we wanted to involve that side. It was a lot funkier than just a raw 4 on the floor.
And then they found Bo, right? And he's well, I wouldn't say that. He's a flash kit, isn't he? Is it a flash kit?
No, he isn't.
Yeah.
He's just a genuine.
As well.
He just drinks more than us.
So who does what?
Whoever feels like doing it at the time does it.
But surely that each of you have got your own instruments that you play.
No?
We're all
Keyboard
keyboard
players.
players,
Right.
and we're all programmers, and we're all trained engineers, and we're all completely insane.
You said it. Take us through the live experience of how you put it all together.
The live element came about from Good Looking asking us, like, you know, were you interested in doing PAs? And we were like, no, we're never ever going to do a PA again, because we've done a few early rave ones, like One Man and His Dad. I've heard it called. And,
Lots of them.
yeah, loads of them. And that was just like, we did not want to mime or pretend to play keyboards or whatever. And Good Looking said, oh, you don't need to. If you want to do it live. We're you know, put the money behind it and get the musicians there. And it sort of progressed from there, really.
Yeah, I mean, Intense as a band are us 3 on vinyl, but when it comes to a band out live and obviously in the recording of Logical 3, it's a lot bigger band.
Are you going out and just playing
At the
pretty
moment,
much
yeah.
what's on the album?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but we do.
various, like-
A lot of it's improvised. All the solos obviously are different every night, and what we play is not always exactly the same. Sometimes it depends on the vibe of the audience. It sometimes start headbanging.
Once you finished the tour, you've brought out the album. What are you going to go and do?
Studio.
Yeah.
Studio album. I think that's something we've always wanted to do. The live album came about from good looking asking us to do it, but that wouldn't have been, if we had the choice, we would have done a studio album first. But
I think that's a really
yeah.
good thing to do though, because like Ronnie Size and with all them, they brought their live thing, and it really works.
I think Ronnie Sides is so important to the industry at the moment. He is paving so many, you know, pathways for us to go and hopefully, you know, follow.
We have MC Conrad here, or as Danny would put it, the original perfectionist, lyrically that is. You MC over like Bukem, Blame, all of them, yeah? How do you know what to say? Obviously you don't know what records they're going to put on, so you don't know whether you're going to compliment the track or how does it work?
Well,
does he tell you what record he's going to put on?
as a crew of like guys, like MCs, DJs, producers, what have you, we all sort of like involve ourselves as much in each other's jobs. You know, I'll be around Dan's house listening to tracks, or Blame will send me a tape. I get to know the tunes after a while, sort of.
Right,
that's part of my job as much as sort of giving out a lyrical sort of.
So do you have like your set little rhymes and things? That you just sort of repeat every day?
Yeah, you know, and chop and change.
Can anyone be an MC?
Can anyone be an MC?
Is it a gift, or can you learn it or practice it, or is it just about the bass in the voice?
If you really want to be an MC, then it will come out. You know, if you want to vocally express yourself, then it will come out properly. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a rhyming form or, you know, on time. It's just sort of vocal expression and you getting that across.
Talk about the agency.
Basically, the good-looking artists sort of like to promote themselves via the label and the agency.
Really? Because everyone I've interviewed have got sub-labels within Good Looking,
yeah,
like yourself.
We've also got that. I'm just in the process of setting up mine.
Is it Words?
Words to be Heard Collective.
Yeah.
And basically that's about vocals. It's got no set way of it sort of coming out. It doesn't have to be drum bass or down tempo or anything. It's just a vocal expression on top of music. And just sort of see how that works. It's a big concern of mine, sort of the vocal area of dancing.
Do you ever there's a point there and you just MCing all night, do you ever run out of things to say? Think, oh my God, I've said that before.
It sometimes gets
like that. Because it's like reading a book, isn't it? That's
the pressure.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. My friend made me come, actually. We're trying it out for the first time.
Girls, you look very young. Do we go see this university?
14 each. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
The live set was wicked, definitely. Drum and bass is the toppest. LTJ Bukem, respect to him.
Yeah, that's right.
I come from Manchester.
Yeah, I'm from Leicester, the heart, you know?
I'm just from Essex, you know, but like...
Leicestershire, Loughborough.
Devon.
Devon, oh, what happens in Devon?
Nothing much, believe me. Believe me, that's why I'm here.
It is a good thing though, isn't it?
What happens in Leicester? Is there a good nightlife, or is it not really saying a lot?
It's all right, actually. There's a few new bars opened in that, so it's kicking.
In Leicester, the main club's Palais, which is the student club, but there's also like Mozzie Coast.
Junction 21.
There's nothing in Leicester at all, you know what I mean? It's like the odd breakbeat night and the odd, like, you know, freak scene going on, but like, basically there's nothing going on in Leicester at all.
Yeah, I've been to Flaming Clusters a few times. That's pretty good.
The Music Factory is the best place.
You like that, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
It's so nice, so nice.
We're like students here, so like we're studying a lot at the moment.
And what are you studying?
Psychology.
Oh dear, he's one of them. Where'd you go then?
Up north,
Whereabouts?
Leeds, Sheffield.
Okay, so what about Leicester? The nightlife, is it any good?
Yeah, it's brilliant. The best thing about Leicester is it's so chilled out. You go out on the streets and everyone's well up having a good time or whatever.
What, in the middle of the street?
Oh yeah, completely.
To live life to the max.
Yeah.
Live it while you're young, eh?
Are you into drum and bass, or do you like your house and garage?
House and garage, yeah.
So what do you think of it? It's pretty good, isn't it?
Up to now, yeah. Really impressed with it, actually.
They were brilliant. Like, even after they stopped playing, it's like the music after was good, but they were brilliant. That good that like stuck in your mind, you know?
Better than sex?
Maybe.
Or what's so nice?
Everything.
I like drum and bass, but I'm mainly into trance.
I used to be into house, but it's turned a bit cheesy. It's all commercial and bollocks. So.
What makes you want to go out clubbing?
With your friends and getting drunk. Friends of mine told me about it today, so I just decided to come along. It's a really good night.
Is there any nice men in there?
I haven't really been looking, to be fair.
That's what we like. Women just going out to have a good time. Men, you're not worth it.
Apparently it takes him about an hour to like build it up. It's the first time I've seen him, so I don't know. We're waiting.
Do you like drum and bass?
Yeah, definitely.
What are the things in drum and bass? What about drum and bass do you like?
It's really easy to get into. You haven't got to worry about. It's just so much. It's just such a good laugh.
Any nice women?
Well, you look quite pretty tonight, you know what I mean?
Oh, thank you. What have you got to say to the promoters in Leicester?
Just like more of it, you know what I mean? And like longer as well, you know.
You never as bad as you say you was. Never mind, cause discipline never did me no favors. My flavor, freestyle of a wild child, my savior. And I got my own nature.
Mr. LTJ Bukem, hello.
How you doing?
He is a founder, director, A&R man of Good Looking Records. Why did you first start it up?
Because in 89-90, I done a tune called Logical Progression, which I put out on someone else's label, which I thought at the time, basically I had no control over what happened with that record and the sales, and I thought I wanted to know more about what's going on with my own music, so I said the next tune that I put out is going to be my own label. So in 1990, done Demons, and 91, the emergence of Good Looking. Yeah.
And since then, you've got loads of other labels linked in with it. Why did you feel the need to do that?
That was always just a dream of mine, to have not just one label, but be a record label, not just put out one style of music, but all styles of music.
Why the sort of progression into live music?
Well, first of all, I've been big fans of Intenses for years.
They are wicked, aren't they? Really cool.
I've known their music for just like 1990, when they were all knocking out different bits and pieces. So when the chance came for them to they approached us and said they want to come on the label, it was like, no problem at all. And then they ventured into the live areas, and I thought, well, live areas is a thing that we haven't covered. So it seemed like a thing to do, like Logical Progression 3. And Tony came up with the idea. I said, let's do a live thing. So I was like, yeah.
How is Tony these days? You still get people doing this ironing.
Do you know what? It's funny. The other day he was packing out a stage in Manchester, and everyone was like, I think I was playing after Intense, and no one was listening to me. But the kids were like turning around going, ironing.
Really?
I was like, no, please.
Over the last few years, you've been playing out and everything. Now you're not playing out as much anymore, are you?
Just trying to get a balance between production and DJing, because the label and what's happened with the label and the growth of the label has meant that my time is just squashed anyway, because being a director of a label, it's not just like being an artist like I was in '93, just making my tunes, knocking a couple of tunes out and DJing every night of the week. It's not the same anymore. It's a lot more responsibility.
I'll tell you what though, if you didn't sleep so much, you'd probably fit a lot more in. Because these days I hear that you go to bed about 11:30.
How do you know my sleeping patterns?
Oh, don't worry, I know everything about you, Bukem. And he answers the door in flip-flops and towels wrapped around him.
This is blame, man. It's nonsense.
Right, we've heard all the stories about why you've called yourself LTJ Bukem, and it's boring now, isn't it? Because everyone asks you that. But let's talk about something.
It's like a magazine, isn't it?
Yeah, do you like Hawaiian shirts?
Love them all the time, you know. I'm getting a good-looking one, mate, actually.
Please like, tag, share and subscribe.
Now this is CLUBAVISION, and this is how it's done. This is CLUBAVISION, CLUBAVISION's #1.
Where's that f***ing rave, man?